Hi, my name's John. I'm a Canadian senior who's done a lot of travel over the last 25 years, much of it solo. I know that some people worry that traveling solo, especially later in life, might feel isolating. But trust me, there are plenty of ways to meet people and have great conversations if you know where to look. Traveling solo doesn't mean feeling lonely. In fact, some of my best travel moments have come from unexpected conversations with strangers. Today, I'll share some tried and true ways to make sure you never feel alone when you're on the road, whether you're on a cruise, in a big city, or exploring a small town. One of the most easy ways to meet fellow travelers is to join a group tour. Bus tours, walking tours, and even day trips are great opportunities to chat with people while you're exploring. Free walking tours in cities are especially good for this. You just tip the guide at the end, and you've got yourself a budget friendly social experience that helps you explore a new locale. If you're on a cruise, you can book excursions through the ship, but I prefer to book my own. I enjoy researching them, and when I go on the excursion, I get smaller groups and often meet other solo travelers. Another way to avoid feeling alone: go where the people are. Find local concerts, theater shows, or cultural events. If you're on a cruise, check out the live music or join in the dancing at an evening venue. Look at the folks dancing here at BB King's on a Holland America cruise. Most of them are out on the dance floor alone. Younger folks tend to dance like this when they're out with friends, so it's time for us older folks to join in and not feel so self-conscious. Public transport isn't just a practical way to get around. It's a fantastic way to meet locals. People on buses, trains often love to share their tips about their city, especially if you ask for recommendations. I've had some great conversations just by asking someone which stop I should get off at. If you're on a cruise, look for solo traveler meetups. Many cruise lines organize them, and they're a great way to meet people who are also traveling alone and maybe join other solo travelers for dinner or an evening out. And speaking of dining, if your cruise offers open seating, take advantage of it. Sitting with different people each night means more chances to make connections. And here's a small tip: write down people's names after you meet them. That way, if you run into them later, you can greet them by name. It's a small thing, but it makes a big difference. Do you have some travel tips to help solo travelers feel connected? We'd love to hear them. Drop them in the comments below. And shoot me a like if you think you'd like more content like this. Markets and craft fairs in cities and towns are some of the best places to strike up a conversation. Vendors are usually happy to chat, especially if you ask about their products. Here's something else that I've learned when I'm traveling and dining alone in a restaurant: sit at the bar instead of at a table. I actually seek out restaurants where I can eat my meal at the bar to avoid sitting at a table scrolling through my Facebook on a phone while I'm waiting for my meal to arrive, while others around me engage in conversation with their table mates. At the bar, there's often someone sitting near you that you can talk to, and bartenders are usually really friendly. You don't even have to order alcohol. Just having a meal at the bar makes it easier to mingle. Try it and see why I'm recommending it. Let me know how it works. Now, here's the real secret: be open to starting a conversation. A simple compliment on someone's glasses, or asking for directions, or chatting with someone at a cafe can lead to a great interaction. Most people are friendly if you give them a reason to talk. One other thing to remember: you're not the only one traveling solo. Just look around you. There are lots of people who are on their own. And even people who are traveling in couples or in groups often enjoy a bit of solo time and are happy to strike up a conversation. The more you focus on the idea of being alone, the more it feels unusual. But in reality, Travel is full of moments where people cross paths, share stories, and then move on. I find that just being around people, whether it's a busy train station, a market, or a city square, gives me energy, even though I'm not even talking to them. You're never really alone when you travel. The world is full of fellow wanderers. So if you're worried about feeling lonely while traveling solo, don't be. There are so many ways to connect with people, whether it's on a tour, at a market, or just by being open to conversation. Traveling alone doesn't mean being lonely. It just means that you get to choose your own adventure. Until next time, keep exploring, connecting, and keep gathering no moss.